Thank God, because honestly, I was going insane at this point. Yesterday, you saw the AFC get covered. I think it's the NFC's turn today. Bonjour, mes amis. Je suis Canadien et Belgique, and welcome to the Amateur's Guide. Today, we have the NFC portion of the NFL season preview. The NFC is still top heavy, and nothing's really changed. You know what they say, though. The more things change, the more they stay the fucking same. But apparently, the more cursed it also fucking gets because Jesus Christ, the injuries. I won't cover every injury I can, but I'll try my best to. So, without further ado, this is the NFC Amateur's Guide. Let's meet our contestants now, shall we?
So, what was this division of R1 supposed to be? Because if anything, it just seems like retrends and more retrends. Oh, hey, Dallas, look over there. It's Ezekiel Elliott. He's back for 1 year after being dog shit in New England. And you stalling on CeeDee Lamb. Oh, wait, you actually paid him this time? It took you till about like 1 week left before the fucking season started. Dallas, your all in push was basically the hopes of every male sex life just withered and disheveled. It's that bad. To put it this way, you guys could have had so much better with a lot more promise and this all in push that Jerry kept promising over and over again actually was supposed to mean something. But alas, it was a case of erectile dysfunction. Just the same old shit. You can't get shit done. You really expect to be good this year? Nah, you'll probably blow your shit in the fucking wild card round to some fucking team that doesn't deserve it again. It's just the Dallas way. How about them boys?
Well, this sure seems like another season that will contain football for this New York squad. An offense sure will exist. At least there seems to be some power in the defense. But will it be enough? Look, all that needs to be said is that this is going to be the 6th year with Daniel Jones at quarterback. Year fucking 6. And it seems more and more like giving out that contract last year was a grave mistake. But hey, Malik Neighbors will probably catch a few cool touchdowns. That's something to look forward to. And he's wearing number 1. Which, I mean, he's borrowing it from Flaherty, but like, hey, it works. It looks cool on him. Yeah, they're kind of in dead man walking territory. Not much else to say there.
You at least won a playoff game, unlike your rivals in Dallas. He did something. And who am I kidding me? For what it was worth, you guys look about the same, maybe a little better than you did last year. I mean, let's start at running back. You guys got Saquon Barkley at a fucking premium, which is, in all intents and purposes, pretty goddamn good. And you got Paris Campbell to fill in for Julio Jones. Maybe that's not so bad. And you drafted a stud and Cooper DeJean at corner. What the fuck is this? This is like a little bit of hope that the Eagles have to be feeling right now, surely. They got good pieces. The question is, though, can they make a legitimate fucking run? The answer to that is probably not, and they'll find a way to choke their own shit again in January. Die, Eagles, die. The less said about the Communist Party of DC, the better. This team is just putrid dog shit. The color of their jerseys reveal that revelation. Sure, you have a little upside with a new quarterback, but how much is he really going to do for you if you can't stop getting out of your own fucking way? At least you're doing one thing right, and, replacing that fucking phony ass statue of Sean Taylor and actually gonna put effort into it. At least this new ownership is proven to be a lot better than Dan Snyder, at least. I guess it has that going. But wait, you traded Jahan Dotson to the Eagles. Well, Commanders, pack your shit up. Your season's done already, and no one will miss you. Fucking worthless sacks of shit. Welcome, everybody, to the Wendy Williams Show with your host, Caleb Williams. Hopefully, he does something fucking good for this team. Who am I kidding? We've said that about fucking Mitch kissing titties and Justin Fields. But look where they are now. Both fucking gone. One went back to Buffalo, and the other one is stuck in fucking Pittsburgh. Maybe third time's a charm. Maybe. I mean, if it helps, this team looks honestly a lot better than all of it's considered. They look really goddamn good. Think about it. Caleb Williams is your quarterback. DeAndre Swift as your fucking running back, which honestly is good depth. Then you got Roma Dunze, the kid from Washington. You got DJ Moore, and you got other pieces gonna fucking help you out. If anything, this is one of the best Bears teams that we've seen since 2018. That's not saying much. But, I mean, if the Bears can keep up the momentum, surely everything will fall into the right places, won't they? You would think? Right? Maybe. That's, if they can actually keep their shit in tow. Because we all know how this ends. It's the Bears. They find a way to fucking die. I am actually really intrigued by this Detroit team. They had a really great year last year. Now the question is, can they actually repeat? Surely they have all the talent to do so, considering, they really didn't have to do much other than cut a scumbag piece of shit because, he got a little bit of a new set of jewelry in the form of handcuffs. I think it's safe to say that the Detroit Lions are on a good path. A good path to getting back to the playoffs and continue dominating the NFC North. Now, the question is, can this team actually make it to a Super Bowl? They got close last year with the NFC Championship game appearance, but then Dan Campbell got cocky. And by cocky, I mean knee hungry. Yes, he was hungry for knees. But, again, Detroit can control their own destiny here. The only thing is they cannot afford to fuck up. But somehow, they may fuck this up. But I don't have a doubt in my mind. I think Detroit's going to make it back to the playoffs. They'll be fine. They're still goddamn good. Among Us St. Brown is still good. Everything is right in Detroit for once. All hail the Communist Army. The Communist Army marches down the field looking to actually do something. The question is, though, who the fuck's going to protect Jordan Love? I mean, it's sure as hell not going to be Bakhtiari because he's gone. Oh, boy. Hey, Jordan, we got you this new running back from Vegas. His name is Josh Jacobs. We won him in the game of roulette. But then again, what more can you really expect out of Green Bay? They don't really have that spark like they did a couple years ago. Now, it could be just a fall from the Aaron Rodgers deal, but it just doesn't feel right, if you know what I mean. There's something missing with this Green Bay team that they can definitely get, but it's like at the back of my mind, I don't know what more they can do. Just hope and pray, I guess. I feel fucking awful for the Vikings. This team has had so much go wrong, and it wasn't even their own fault. Their prize quarterback prospect they just got in J.J. McCarthy, yeah, he's done for the year with a torn meniscus. And they lost a few other guys as well to injury. What the fuck? It's like this team, I swear to God, is cursed beyond belief. This is a team that had a lot of promise, but yet, unfortunately, the football gods said, nope, fuck you, we're injuring everybody today. Just fucking unfortunate. This team deserves to be a lot better, but this whole thing's just going to hold them back. It may even hold them back for a while. because God only knows. Poor fucking Vikings, man. You really just can't hate them right now. Only just feel bad. The Falcons. The team that loves to create bullshit, apparently. Because let me put it this way. You signed Kirk Cousins and you gave him a shit ton of money only to draft a fucking quarterback with the 8th overall pick. Jesus fucking Christ, Falcons. You couldn't even do coaching right, let alone your fucking quarterback situation? What the fuck are you doing? Are you like trying to deliberately piss Kirk Cousins off before he even plays a fucking snap for you? Are you just that fucking incompetent in your own mind that you just don't even care that the guy you paid $45 million a year for, you just decide to get his replacement now? I mean, sure, I get the fact that, he's coming off of an injury and is questionable, but you can't fucking do this shit. You just fucking can't. It's not fucking worth it. It's like either you're gonna stick with the guy who's 36 and you just gave a shit ton of money to, or you're just gonna trust the fucking Youngblood and Michael Penix to do all the heavy lifting. Because you can't have it both ways. You fucking can't. You want success? Fucking choose. You can't have both. Oh my god, fuck. You give me a fucking headache. 28-3 Liz went free. Well, I mean, the only way to go from rock bottom is up, right? I mean, surely you won't repeat what the fuck you did last year, right? I mean, you got Xavier Leggett, so maybe there's a slight shot that you have, somewhat of a better idea of maybe trying to make the playoffs. Maybe. Who am I kidding? You'll still find a way to choke this season away and somehow go 0-17. The Carolina Panthers, how do I put this? Are just a trash heap. Like an actual fucking trash heap. Like, Jesus Christ, I mean, probably the best thing that's happened to this team was being confused with the Florida Panthers. At least that team won a fucking cup. What the fuck do you guys got? Oh, you were runners up in the Super Bowl twice and lost to the Patriots with Tom Brady and with the Broncos with Peyton Manning on his final run. You call that something to fucking mope over? Get the fuck out of here and enjoy your 0-17 campaign. Somehow I feel like the Saints may have gotten worse this offseason. And they didn't even practically do jack shit. Like, how the fuck is it that you barely managed to do anything, if anything at all, and still managed to feel like you regressed? Like, holy fuck! I didn't think a team was this bad, but then again, this is the NFC South where literally any fucking team can go to complete dog shit at the snap of a finger. So, in this case, the Saints are just kind of the same old, same old. You can pretty much copy and paste what I said about the team last year and kind of, use it again this year. They're not going to do well. They may sneak a playoff spot. Keyword there is may. And I don't even know how to describe the Saints' future. It seems as though it's kind of bleak. They're a hit or miss. Well, Buccaneers, at least you didn't lose your star receivers. They're staying around, and you gave money to Baker Mayfield because he did well for you guys last season. I mean, I would too if a quarterback actually led the team to the playoffs. I mean, all things considered, it may not have been, the most fortunate of circumstances last season, but you know what? You still made the playoffs and then get your dicks chopped off by the Lions. But let's just say, I mean, I think the Buccaneers are going to win the division again. Why? Because I don't trust the fucking Falcons. I don't trust the Saints. And God only trusts the fucking Panthers to do anything worth a damn. So, I mean, the Buccaneers are probably the best shot to win the division again, barring any bullshit, which they better hope doesn't fucking happen. But in all seriousness, no, Tampa Bay, as long as you keep everything healthy and everything organized, you guys will be in the playoffs once again. Somehow this team looks a lot better than they did last year. And it's all because of one man, Marvin Harrison Jr. Still got some legal loopholes to figure out, but come on, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. He's probably the best receiver right now coming out of college. If you take no, Roma Dunze is not even near Marvin Harrison's level. But let's put a lot of emphasis on the Cardinals. That's not Marvin Harrison. Realistically, everything's kind of the same, and that's probably the best thing that you can have is a team that should look better than they did last season, and everyone's here for it. And I mean everyone. If the Cardinals do good, then the Cardinals do good. They only control their own fate from here. So much as long that anyone doesn't get injured or no one gets suspended or some no bullshit happens, they'll be fine. Literally just copy and paste what I said about the Rams last season and apply it here. The only thing that will change about what I said last year was Puka Nakua, man. Let me tell you something. I was not expecting Puka Nakua to do shit last season. I mean, he just became the second iteration of Cooper Cup. And Cooper Cup is still active on the fucking team. I mean, defensively, though, you guys did take a major step back. Aaron Donald is gone. A retirement worthy for the ages. That man put in the work like no other, and he deserves retirement. But other than that, I mean, they don't really have any other viable options. I mean, defensively, that's probably going to be their biggest weakness of the entire season. But their offense is good enough to kind of offset that, which should be a good thing. I say should because you never know with this fucking team anymore. But Rams, just try not to disappoint people again. Well, safe to say last season worked out pretty well for you guys. I mean, you may not have won the Super Bowl, but at least you brought it to overtime. Last season was really goddamn good for you guys. Making the Super Bowl, showing everyone why you guys are a tough balance, and everything else in between. Here's a question though. Can you guys resign Brandon Ayuk already? I mean, it's been a while. But let's focus on the other parts of the Niners. Yes, sure, they lost a few defensive pieces. They got at the deadline, so the defense may not be as strong. So you never know. This team could take a step back, but they also couldn't. Maybe they just keep forming and just hope to God that everything works. I mean, it's not like the Niners are bad. I mean, they're only the best team in the NFC by fucking far. Oh, wait, I'm getting a call. Yeah, what's up? Oh, they re-signed Ayuk? Finally, about fucking time. And 120 million for 4 years? Yeah, that's probably well deserved. It's Brandon Ayuk. I mean, yes, you're gonna give him that kind of money. But the question is though, Niners, can you maintain form, please? Can you not have any injury issues? Can you stay form? Probably. Well, Seahawks, you guys are gonna have one hell of a fucking mountain to climb. Pete Carroll is gone. He is no longer your coach. Well, shit. Well, what more can I say about the Seahawks that hasn't been said? This is going to be a down year. And I'm sure Seahawks fans don't exactly want to hear it, but they kind of need to hear it. This is going to be a down year. Everything's going to be shaken up a little bit, and it kind of has to be. There's a rebuild there that needs to happen. Not to their own fault, but the core's just not sustainable. Sure, they still got guys like Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Brian Murphy II, which is good steps to build around. At least they have a fucking building block foundation to work with. So it's not like they're going to be like super bad, but they also won't be entirely super good.
Now, this should be the easiest set of predictions you can get because the NFC is already set in stone in certain ways, but let's just really confirm what we all believe. I still think the San Francisco 49ers are going to win the NFC West and claim the number one seed. I think Detroit is still good enough to where they can claim the number two seed, followed by the Eagles, who I have winning at number three. But the difference between Detroit and Philadelphia will probably be like a game. And in fourth place, I think it's pretty obvious here, the Buccaneers. So who are my wild cards though? Because this is where it starts to get a little iffy. Because a lot of these teams can make a wild card, but a lot of them can't. But I think from 5, 6, 7, the Cowboys, the Packers, and the Rams. This is somehow gonna go to shit by week 6. I'm fucking calling it right now. And like that, my season preview is finally complete. This is gonna be one hell of a season, and I cannot wait for you all to come on this ride with me. So here's the plan for this upcoming season in terms of how shit's gonna get done. Thursdays, well, Thursday nights, Sunday nights, Monday nights will be the norm for streams. That will continue moving forward for the rest of the season. I will also be streaming next Friday night for the Sao Paulo game, and tonight at 6:45 Eastern, I will be live for the Illogical Canadian Fantasy Football League Tier 1 draft for Season 2. If you remember last season, I did something similar to this. I'm going to do it again. And I hope you guys can join me for that because that was fun last year. May have run a little long, but I hope you guys join me for that this year again. Um, Tuesdays as well. That is when leaking reviews will go out. That's how they always been. That's how they're staying. Tuesday nights will be fantasy recap. And maybe at some point this season, if you guys want to, what I will do is I will do a live week in review. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know. But until then, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you did, leave a like, comment down below what else you guys want to see on this channel. And if you have not done so already, subscribe and join the Illogical Nation. We are close to 350 subscribers, so let's try to get us over that mark. But until next time, je suis Canadien et logique. Bonne nuit et au revoir.